Dear students, we'll start with the second part of the introduction, that is exercise 8.1 introduction part 2. In this, I am going to cover the examples based on the previously discussed theorem based on the parallelogram. In this, first example, show that each angle of a rectangle is a right angle. See, I have considered ABCD is a rectangle, and we know one of the angle in rectangle, one of the angle will be equal to 90 degree. But what they are asking us to show, they are asking us to show all the angles of a rectangle is equal to 90 degree. See, so ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle with angle A is equal to 90 degree. Fine. And since DC is parallel to AB, DC is parallel to AB, and AB is parallel to CD. Now angle A plus angle B will be equal to 180 degree, linear pair. Fine. So angle A is 90 degree plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. So therefore angle B is equal to 90 degree. I will call it as equation number 1. Next, angle B plus angle C. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree, because this is also form a linear pair. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Now angle B is 90 degree. 90 plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle C is equal to 90 degree. I will call it as equation number 2. So now angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 90 degree. Angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. Therefore angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. We showed all the angles of our rectangles are equal to 90 degree. So please note this down. Second question, example number 7. Show that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. See, how can I say the diagonals are perpendicular to each other? I should be able to show at least one of the angle. AOD or COD or AOB or COB is equal to 90 degree. Then I can say diagonals DB and CA are perpendicular to each other. So for that, what can I do? See, so consider rhombus ABCD, BD and AC are diagonals. Intersect at O. They intersect at point O, and we know that since rhombus is a parallelogram, diagonals are going to bisect each other. See, other rhombus, rectangle, square, all are parallelograms. So whatever the properties which holds good for parallelogram will hold good for this rhombus also. See, and one more property of a rhombus is all the sides will be equal. All the sides will be equal. So AD is equal to DC, and even CO is equal to OA. Why? CO is equal to OA because diagonals are going to bisect each other, and AD is equal to DC. Why? Because all the sides of a rhombus will be equal. Okay, so that time only I am going to make use of. Say, consider triangle AOD and triangle COD. So what can I write? AD is equal to CD. AD is equal to CD because sides of a rhombus are equal. Next, CO is equal to OA or AO. Why? Because diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Why? Because even rhombus is also a parallelogram. Whatever the properties are there for parallelogram will hold good for rhombus. Next, OD is equal to OD. OD is equal to OD is the common side. So what can I say? Therefore, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD. Then thereby what can I write? So why it is? Because SSS congruence criteria. SSS criteria if I write. Okay. Next. Therefore, angle AOD is equal to angle COD. Why? Because CP, CT corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Now what can I write? Angle AOD, look at the board. Angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree because they form a linear pair. Angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree. AOD is equal to COD. That is the reason 2 times of AOD. In place of COD, I'll write AOD. It will become 2 AOD is equal to 180 degree, or else angle AOD is equal to 90 degree. So therefore, what can I say from this equation 1? What can we write? So from 1, what does it conclude? See, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. So please note this down. Third question. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. AD bisects exterior angle. AD is a bisector of exterior angle PAC. So PAC is the exterior angle for triangle ABC. Okay. What does it mean? If PAC is an exterior angle will be equal to sum of interior angle, that is ABC plus ACB. Exterior angle will be equal to sum of interior angle. Now, what I need to do, and one more thing, what they have given, CD is parallel to AB. CD is parallel to AB they have given. So what we need to prove, angle DAC, this angle is equal to angle BCA, and even we need to show ABCD is a parallelogram. So if I am able to show, there are many properties. If I am able to show AD is parallel to BC and AB, already AB is parallel to CD is given. If I am able to show AD is parallel to BC, then I can conclude ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, we'll proceed. See, in triangle ABC, what is given? AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC given. So because of this, what I can write? So what is the angle opposite to AB? Angle ACB is equal to angle ABC. AC opposite ABC, because why? Because angle opposite to equal sides are equal or equal. Next, ABC is equal to ACB is equal to ABC. Now PAC is an exterior angle. angle PAC. PAC is an exterior angle. Exterior angle of triangle ABC. So if PAC is exterior angle, what can I write? Angle PAC is equal to angle ABC plus angle ACB. I told you ABC is equal to ACB. So what can I write? Angle PAC is equal to 2 times angle ACB. So this ABC can be written as ACB. So ACB plus ACB will give us 2 times ACB. So I will call it as equation 1. Next, since AD is the angle bisector of angle PAC, what can I write? Angle PAC is equal to angle PAD plus angle DAC. And we know that PAD is equal to DAC. Why? AD is a angle bisector of angle PAC. Fine. Now, what can I write? Angle PAC is equal to 2 times angle DAC. PAD, in case of PAD, what can I write? The angle DAC. So in case of instead of PAD, what can I write? DAC, because PAD is equal to DAC. Now why I am writing in terms of DAC and ACB? Because I need to show DAC is equal to BCA. So that is the reason I am writing PAC in terms of ACB or BCA and DAC. So from 1 and 2, what can I conclude? 2 times of ACB is equal to 2 times of DAC. That is the reason. What can I write? Angle BCA is equal to, angle BCA is equal to angle DAC. So first part is, we proved first part. Second, next. Since angle ACB and DAC, are alternate interior angles, and AD is parallel to C, are alternate angles for lines AD and BC, and what we can say, and they are equal. See what I can conclude. See, ACB and BCA or ACB and DAC are alternate interior angles for line segments AD and BC, and one more word I need to add. AC and BC, AC transversal. I need to add AC transversal. So for AC transversal. So how they are? And they are equal. So what I am writing here is, since ACB and DC are alternate interior angles for lines AD and BC, and AC is a transversal, and what I am telling, and they are equal. So what can I conclude? AD is parallel to BC, and it is given that CD is parallel to AB. So therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. Why? Because the two pair of opposite sides are parallel. That is the reason what we can conclude ABCD is a parallelogram. Please note this down. Fourth question, fourth example. Two parallel lines L and M are intersected by a transversal P. C, L and M are the line. They are intersected by a transversal P. Show that quadrilateral formed by bisectors of interior angles is a rectangle. See, what are interior angles? See, if L and M are the parallel lines and P is a transversal, what would be the interior angles? So PAC, CAS, ACQ and AC are the four interior angles. Now, bisectors of the interior angles. AB is a bisector of angle A and AD is a bisector of angle for angle PAC, AB is a angle bisector. For angle CAS, AD is a angle bisector. So similarly for ACR, CD is the angle bisector, and for QAC is QCR, ACQ, CB is the angle bisector. See, whatever the quadrilateral that has been formed from these bisectors of these angle bisectors of interior angles is a rectangle. See, A, B, C, D is the quadrilateral formed by the bisectors of the interior angle, and we need to show that is a rectangle. So for that, first we'll write what is given to us. What is given? L and M are the lines, are the parallel lines intersected by transversal P. Okay, what can I write? PS is parallel to CR, so PS is parallel to QR, and AC is transversal. I can write this because on the line P, AC is there, and on the line L, PS is there, on the line M, QR is there. Now, what can I write? See, since PS is parallel to QR, I can write angle PAC is equal to angle ACR. See, before that, so if I want to show it as a rectangle, what should I show? I should show AB is parallel to CD and BC is parallel to AD. So thereby then what we can say, that is a parallelogram. In the parallelogram, if we are able to show one of the angle is equal to 90 degree, we can conclude ABCD as a rectangle. So first we need to show both the pair of sides are parallel to each other, and we need to show one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. Then we can conclude this ABCD, quadrilateral ABCD as a rectangle. So that only I am going to do now. See, angle PAC is equal to angle ACR. Angle PAC is equal to angle ACR. Please wait. Yeah, light is okay. Angle PAC is equal to angle ACR. Now, what can I write? Why angle PAC is equal to angle ACR? Because alternate interior angles. Since and PS is parallel to QR, that is then alternate interior angles will be equal. Now, so what can I write? Half of angle PAC is equal to half of angle ACR. So what can I write? Half of PAC is nothing but half is BAC. Half of ACR is nothing but, because for BCR, for ACR, CD is the angle bisector, ACD will be equal to DCR. What is half of ACR will be equal to angle ACD. Can I write here also? For PAC, see, for PAC, AB is the angle bisector. What can I write? PAB is equal to BAC. So that only I make use of. See, BAC is equal to ACD. So now BAC, where is BAC and C, where is ACD, BAC, this angle is equal to this angle. Now what can I write? AB and CD are two line segments with AC as transversal. Okay, now what can I write? AB is parallel to CD. Why? Because ABC, and why I'll write this? Because BAC is equal to angle BAC is equal to angle ACD, alternate interior angles. Since alternate interior angles are equal, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Similarly, for this C, for CAS and ACQ, in the same way we can show BC is parallel to AD. Considering what are the angle that I am going to consider? Considering angle CAD and angle ACB. Okay. Now, both see, we proved AB is parallel to CD and BC is parallel to AD. Now, what I need to show? So first part is over. Second part I need to show is at least one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. For that, you know that angle PAC plus angle SAC is equal to 180 degree. Angle PAC plus angle CAS is equal to 180 degree. Now half of angle PAC plus half of angle SAC is equal to half of 180. Now angle PAC plus angle SAC, half of angle PAC is nothing but angle BAC plus angle half of CAS is nothing but, or SAC is nothing but angle ACD, angle CAD. Angle CAD is equal to 90 degree. So therefore BAD, see, BAC plus CAD is nothing but BAD is equal to 90 degree. So I'll call this as equation 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, AB is parallel to CD and BC is parallel to AD, and one of the angle BAD is equal to 90 degree. We showed one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. Therefore ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. One more thing, I think you got confused here. See why I concluded AB is parallel to CD, because AB and CD are two line segment with transversal AC, with AC as transversal, and see the two angles BAC and ACD are the alternate interior angle and they are equal. That is the reason I can conclude AB is parallel to CD. So BC is parallel to AD. Similarly, I can show BC is parallel to AD. So considering ACB and CAD. So in the similar, so I'll call it as contacting as equation 1. Next, I need to show the two angles are equal to 90 degree. I make use of this linear. See one more thing, why I wrote angle PAC plus angle SAC is equal to 180 degree, because it's a linear. So please note this down. Fifth question, show that bisectors of angles of a parallelogram form a rectangle. So So if I see at the parallelogram ABCD, PQRS are the point of intersection of angle bisectors of angle A and B, sorry, angle A and angle B, angle B and angle C, angle C and angle D, and angle D and A respectively. Okay. Now what we need to show, PQRS is the quadrilateral that has been formed by the angle bisector of angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D of a parallelogram ABCD. So we need to show this PQRS as a rectangle. So what we need to do, so we need to write down what is given. P, Q, R and S are the point of intersection, point of intersection of angle bisectors of angle A and angle B, comma, angle B and angle C, comma, angle C and angle D, comma, angle D and angle A respectively. Okay. Now in triangle ASD, in triangle ASD, what can I say? In triangle ASD, what can I observe here? See, angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because we know that BC is parallel to AB and AD is transversal. AD is transversal. So what can I write now? So angle A and angle D are the angles on same side of transversal. If the angles are there on the same side of a transversal and if they are parallel, then the sum of angles will be equal to 180 degree, or they are supplementary to each other. So that is the reason I have written angle A plus angle D. I have given the reason. Now half of angle A plus half of angle D is equal to half of 180 degree. Half of angle A is nothing but angle ADS. Sorry, half of angle DS. If I make half of angle A, it can be either SAR or it can be DAS. DAS plus SAR is equal to angle A. Angle DAR. Okay, that is nothing but angle A. Now I need the angle in terms of angle DS, because I have considered angle AST. So half of angle A is nothing but angle DAS plus half of angle D is nothing but angle ADS. Angle ADS is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now I'll call it as equation 1. Now angle ADS plus angle DAS plus angle ASD is equal to 180 degree, because angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. Now ADS plus DAS is equal to 90 degree plus angle ASD is equal to 180 degree. Okay, this is from 1. Now angle ASD is equal to 180 minus 90, or else angle ASD is equal to 90 degree. We proved angle AST is equal to 90 degree, or angle PSR is equal to 90 degree because vertically opposite angles. ASD is equal to PSR. So that is equal to 90 degree. So similarly I can show angle SPQ is equal to 90 degree and angle PQR is equal to 90 degree and angle QRS is equal to 90 degree. See, since therefore, and see, opposites see in parallel, see in quadrilateral PQRS angle PSQ is equal to angle PQR is equal to 90 degree and angle SPQ is equal to angle SRQ is equal to 90 degree. So what are they? They are opposite angles. See, for this angle this is opposite, for this angle this is opposite. Since opposite angles of quadrilateral are equal, what can I say? Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. Now I proved PQRS is a parallelogram. Why? Because angle S is equal to angle Q, angle P is equal to angle R. So because of that we concluded quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram and angle PSR is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, if one of the angles, see in a parallelogram, if one of the angle is equal to 90 degree, then therefore PQRS is a rectangle. So we proved PQRS is a parallelogram, and we proved in a parallelogram all the sides, in fact all the sides are equal to 90 degree. For a parallelogram, if I want to say it as a rectangle, at least one of the angle is equal to 90 degree. I showed angle PSR is equal to 90 degree. That is the reason I have concluded PQRS is a rectangle. Please note this down. Now one more condition for a quadrilateral to be parallelogram. If I want to say a quadrilateral as a parallelogram, there is one more condition. What is this? So we are going to study it in the form of theorem number 8.8. What does it states? A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if one pair of sides are equal and parallel. If one pair, say if I take ABCD, if I want to say ABCD as a parallelogram, if I want to call this as a parallelogram, at least one pair of sides should be parallel as well as equal. If I say AB is parallel to CD and AB is equal to CD, then directly I can say ABCD is a parallelogram. So please note this theorem.